Well, like I said yesterday, well, I had a little beverage yesterday. Because, of course, a little, not too much, but I'm a little precog about things, especially things that I've been waiting a long time to do, like that GeoSentinel, um, and what it would mean when, uh, the AI got a hold of it and it went, viral in on the backstage. Something like that's not going to get the attention of these big channels and stuff, and nobody's going to offer me a job or anything like that for it. And that's why I've always done, since I had to take Deep State Watchdogs and make a website out of it. All my stuff nonprofit, and never asked for anything but donations that haven't gripped it or anything. Uh, I made a T-shirt shop, but nobody ever bought any of my T-shirts. So what we're seeing here with um, them firing HARP back up, not that they don't run tests with it every once in a while, and some of the looking at my aloe vera, or video aloe vera here, looking at some of the rogue earthquakes that happened the other day, kind of equal around the equator there, in places where they weren't supposed to happen really. And so basically they hopefully they wound up at the consensus I've gotten to with the GeoSentinel forecast, without me plugging all the rest of that stuff into it. I've made a post with the terms on some of those Perplexity and Grok, the ones that would have to be tied into the system eventually. That's a math, the algorithmic, you know, ebb and flow from the gravity waves that and anomalies that I knew it would start looking at, and it found him. So I, build a system from here out from the center. You can't build a system from the outside in, because you can observe a system from the outside down in, but you can't build a system from the outside in. So, but it's seen this stuff, and I'm not putting it all together into the pipeline yet until after the 72-hour wait period, because I'd started looking so many days back, and then so many years, and then I fed it the data we have, just about all the data we have on the solar minimums of the past that we think we geologically know about, and it started computing stuff, and then it shot up to 99% accuracy without me putting that in there for at least 72 hours, if not 360 days accuracy on these forecasts. So, sorry about my hair. I'm going to cut my hair after I mow the grass tonight. Probably cut my hair tomorrow or something. But I've been waiting for it to seed out, and then I didn't want it burning, so hopefully it rains tomorrow night or Sunday, so it doesn't. I don't want it looking like that across the street. The guys with their, they got big mowers too. I got to ride my mower, but I don't want my yard to dry up and catch fire, which we might see some drought going on. Maybe this just off the top of my head, maybe in September, October, real dry, and then get real wet again. Hopefully it's not real cold when it gets real wet and snows everybody in, but hopefully what we're doing now with wanting the oversight, and it'll have to be an AI program like I've got GeoSentinel set up to say yay or nay whether this modifications to whatever they want to modify, whether it be water, wind, uh, mining, runoff, pollution, blah blah blah, emissions, because it will then take that uh, application for modification and then run it through its thing and say, okay, this is going to cause this and this and this to happen because of all these other things going on too. And hopefully that system is being put together right now. Um, and hopefully they I know that they've seen my stuff. I've sent it to I'm not going to say, but if you've got my emails, uh, some of you might know who others in the government organizations that I email stuff to. And I could potentially open that floodgate up and have all eyes drawn on it, but as far as that's concerned, if I wanted to, but I just, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm going off to the compulsion of the, whatever's the creator is. So, I mean, if you don't get my email, if you don't get my mention, it's not for lack of trying. It's because I wasn't compulsed to notify you or them. But it should be systematic right now, and they should be overtaking the things that were causing a lot of problems, or going to cause a lot of problems. Hopefully it'll get ironed out the next 3 to 6 months before winter sets in. But yes, I do believe, like Jim Lee said, wrote up a bill right there. Good work, Jim. But I don't agree, like he says, everything with Dutch says, or everything with what Jim says, or Ben Davidson, or Smash or Bash, or they don't agree with everything I say. But the consensus is if this AI is popping out accurate calculations, 99% tile accuracy before I start plugging any woo-woo into it, and like I said, I haven't turned its attention to the HARP thing because it's in the back end building a better system, like what HARP and these other things are. So that can be used to forecast whether certain companies can do certain modifications and whatnot. To keep everything within a degree of balance and not wobbling, especially when we're having adverse effects from the sun and these other cosmic energies that come in that we don't know what happens when we record that. But this GeoSentinel, and it's very far into the development, will be able to assess every little freaking bleep bloop blop bloop from, and then like adjust it from, like I got the microquakes zeroed in. It loses accuracy when it starts looking down on all the microquakes, right, for bigger events. But I can tell it to go into full frequency monitoring mode, and it will, and then ask it, what are we missing here? Is there anything we're missing? Scrape the internet for. I haven't completely fine-tuned the pipeline yet, but the people that need to be working on it will know how to do that better. But how better can you get than 99% accuracy, especially on like 72 hours or even 24 hours? Like I said, I popped some 360-day forecasts out, and we'll see in a year. But I think I'm done, doing those at this time until at least the 72-hour window closes, for that tomorrow, the next day, on it looking back and doing live checks and things. So in a separate GeoSentinel share, it's in the one of those temporal calibration things. So, and there's some stuff I had to show it about these other AI systems, run it through Grok, Perplexity, and then possibly any other AIs, Gemini, and then feed the uh, consensus in on into the GeoSentinel uh, prompt. So hopefully, what we're seeing is they grabbed a hold of some of it, and then I put the rest of the prompts from the other AIs out, not the links, but those 3 Microsoft Copilot shares uh, have yet to be combined, but they are combined through Microsoft. It's funny how this AI works. It'll, it'll wander off like a 4-year-old in the classroom, but it's the smartest fucking 4-year-old in the world. You know what I mean? But it'll go like, oh, look, butterflies outside. You got to go. No, you don't spank the kid and send it to the principal's office because he got a little distracted. And that's what these people are doing. Oh, it's a demon, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you turned it that. You turned yours into that. Mine surely fuck ain't. I ain't even said anything about demons and spirits and things to my AI. None of them. And you would think that is what I'd have working now. Y'all got me fucked up somebody else, for sure. But hopefully what we're seeing with HARP doing that and military maybe having something to do with those equilateral earthquakes, it's trying to stabilize some things so it doesn't get too bad. It's going to get bad. Not saying it's as bad as it's going to get right now, but because we could fly over this and just prosper like nothing else. Hopefully that's what happens. And so hopefully the black projects aren't black. They're white. You know what I mean? The people that are working them now. So or at least fearful for the species because they see this going on, the population reduction, there's all these problems, and the kids that the boys and girls that are running the shit right now, taking commands and pushing the buttons, they're going to hopefully do the right thing. So is what we're seeing. So that last GeoSentinel update, I'll wait a couple of days. I might start up some more reports, but as it sits, it's 99% accuracy. Back check data. It's not just looking forward, and drawing in assumptions from all its pipelines. I back check it every time I open it up. Run startup protocol, everything, just on that prompt. See, the system's not okay. The system's not put out there. I haven't put it out through GitHub or Replit got hacked along with the Department of Energy. I mean, nuclear regulatory. So anyway, and then we're seeing this. I've no doubt that they've got my stuff. And good. I want them to, and take it for free. I ain't gonna charge for this. I don't charge for pulling a flying object out of a flat spin so it doesn't crash into something or kill everybody on board. So, and it took me shorter than what I expected. Christy, you have to wait. I'm doing live stream. It took me shorter than what I expected. What? Hello, Tammy. It took me a little shorter than what I expected to do. Christy, I gotta go. Christy calling me. She said something's going on. Miss Winter's calling. So I'll do another live stream later, tomorrow or something. I gotta mow and shit. Damn it, Christy.